Hello everyone, welcome to another video by Foodivy. This video is the part 2 of the job opportunities in the food technology sector. In case you still haven't watched the part 1, where we have discussed the details of the major job profiles of a food technologist such as production, R&D, quality, etc., do not forget to go and check out that video. In this video, we shall be discussing some of the more job profiles of a food technologist which may be less familiar to you, but sure are very much interesting and have a huge potential in the food industry. So let's get started. So the first we have advisory and consultancy jobs. Advisory and consultancy comes into role play when new budding entrepreneurs from different backgrounds other than the food technology want to set up their business in the food industry. Generally, these budding entrepreneurs depend upon consultants who are expertise in the food technology domain. So basically, a consultant would help its client in the product development as well as the market analysis and finally the launch of the business. So basically, the launch right from the scratch. Now, food consultancy also plays a role when already existing companies lacking in a certain technical capability want guidance and support regarding, let's say, the process improvement or operations such as production, R&D, or maybe the packaging improvement or other aspects such as product improvisation, wastage reduction or byproduct utilization, etc. Thus, your role as a consultant will be to conduct several lab trials and conduct a proper research and development in order to come up with a very unique set of ideas or a product for the client. So your role will be right from the product development to its shelf life analysis, packaging study to find out the suitable packaging material, nutritive value estimation, and also making sure that the developed product is in compliance with all the market regulations as well. Now, it will also involve documentation work such as development of detailed project report, that is DPR, for the developed product with respect to the cost analysis as well as the market analysis. An engineering expert will help out in laying out the blueprint for the food production premises, and also they keep on conducting the R&D trials in order to develop newer technologies which can be sold off to the food companies. So basically, here we understand that the advisory or the consultant has a role to play when new budding entrepreneurs with different backgrounds approach them with their idea, or when the existing companies lacking in certain technical capabilities want some guidance or support. Second role we have is the regulatory affairs. Now let us assume you have your own venture and you manufacture a product which you want to export to the USA. Now for that, there are certain specific legal requirements and standards which need to be met in order to consider the product of acceptable quality in the USA. For that, we rely on the expertise of a regulatory professional. So regulatory affair is thus a domain which oversees how the product is developed, tested, marketed, manufactured and distributed to verify that they fulfill all the standards. And the regulatory affair professional are responsible for ensuring that the manufacturer's product is in compliance with all the national as well as the international standards throughout all the stages of the product development. The role of a regulatory affair professional is thus to be vigilant during the whole processing, right from the start till the end, to make sure that all the statutory and the legal requirements are met, to make sure that the product is safe and also to avoid any legal action. The role will thus involve advising the company about all the latest regulatory requirements and about any changes. Let's say a food company changes the limit of a certain additive, or if there is any requirement to take statutory permission before using a certain ingredient in the food product. Now, even when the product is being marketed, all the regulatory aspects are looked after by these professionals. Now, let's say you want to enter the international market, that is, you want to export the product from India. Now, in such a scenario, both the importing as well as the exporting country have a whole set of regulatory and statutory requirements to be met. Thus, you really need to be updated with all the regulations. With the increasing knowledge about nutrition and the focus of the government bodies on food quality and safety and labeling requirements, this is an emerging career in India. Next, we have technology application based jobs. Now, technology application based jobs are available at B2B companies. Now, B2B companies are business to business companies wherein one company sells its product to other companies rather than the general consumers, which is why these are less known to the public. Now, there are a number of companies operating in this area, for example, DuPont, Jivaudhar, Novo Enzymes, Orana, Simega, etc. Now, let us assume a company like DuPont. So, DuPont sells its food ingredient to other food processing companies, and other companies purchase their ingredients in order to improve the quality or the cost effectiveness of their own product. Now, you will be wondering, what is the role of a food technologist here? So, let us understand this by an example. So, let us consider a biscuit manufacturing industry which wants to reduce the hardness of its biscuit. Now, they approach a company like DuPont with their requirement. Now, the DuPont has to check in its ingredients and to see whether they can meet the customer's requirement. Now, here comes the role of a food technologist. So, a food technologist will be working with the biscuit along with the available ingredients to optimize the dosage and working on the process parameters to obtain the required results for the customer. Heading next, we have flavorist. So, if you must have ever read the label of the processed food carefully, you must have come across the terms contains added natural or artificial synthetic flavors. Now, here comes the role of a flavorist. So, they work with oil, flavors, chemicals, etc. to create the perfect blend and taste. So, your role will require to work with the natural as well as the approved synthetic flavors to create the perfect blend of taste for a product. Now, creating a flavor is both art and science, thus it requires technical knowledge along with creative skills. So, your role will be working with techniques such as HPLC to identify the exact flavoring compounds present in the food material and then trying to mimic them to create a synthetic flavor. It can take up to several lab trials, sometimes even 80 trials to create the perfect flavor. Thus, the job requires you to be quite patient as well. One can work as a flavorist after their bachelor's in the food technology degree. One can even go for a master's or a PhD degree to increase their knowledge. However, it might not really be required. Now, as this job requires a very deep understanding of the flavor, it might need years of experience and training to develop good tasting and smelling ability. Next we have is the technical sales. Now, as the name suggests, the role requires you to have both technical knowledge along with sales or managerial skills in order to sell technologically advanced products by demonstrating how it works. So, your job basically requires your role as a skilled sales personnel which is going to sell or promote the company's product, source new customer and business contacts, demonstrate how the product works, and build strong customer relations. You have to identify the customer's problem and provide them with the correct solution. One is expected to have a strong knowledge of the technical products, passion for sales, willingness to travel, strong interpersonal and communication skills. Now, along with the selling ability, you also need to have a deep understanding of the technical aspects. So, let us understand this with an example. So, let us consider a company which sells yeast to baking companies. Now, with the selling ability, you also need to have deep technical knowledge about the yeast, how it behaves depending upon the customer requirements. So, we need to be able to understand what kind of the yeast will match the customer's requirement based on the proofing time or other process conditions. The job also requires you to prepare proposals, tenders, quotation, and to provide pre-sales and post-sales supports, build new customers, and many other activities. Generally, the jobs are target-driven. Next, we have wine taster. So, wine taster or sommelier is a person who uses special terminology to describe the flavor, aroma, and general characteristics of wine, and thus is able to differentiate between different types of wine depending upon color, taste, smell, sweetness, acidity, etc. Thus, they are experts on wine and have in-depth knowledge about all the aspects of wine such as its type, brewing process, ingredients, etc. So, as it sounds, it's a very interesting career, so for especially those who are extremely passionate about the beverage. Now, it's different than art or science as it actually requires years of training in order to acquire in-depth knowledge about all the aspects of the wine, and then after the training, being able to differentiate between different types of wine and being able to identify and describe the fragrances, flavor, etc. based on your memory. Now, this career is slowly making its place in India, and one can find job in areas such as wine breweries or hospitality establishments. One disadvantage is that there are no such long-term courses available in India. However, one can go for short-term diploma or certificate courses in the same. Also, this is still an emerging career in India and might require a lot of practice initially. Heading on to the last one, we have tea taster, coffee taster. Yes, you heard it right. Just like wine taster, one can even become a tea or a coffee taster and can sip your way to success. Again, if you have immense passion for the beverage, you can pursue this career And again, it will require proper training in order to train your taste buds to identify the flavoring, fragrance, etc. and to find the perfect blend. However, again, there are no formal degree courses available in India. Still, one can go for certificate or short-term diploma courses. For example, a postgraduate diploma in tea management. However, such type of jobs comes with their own restrictions such as no alcohol, no smoke, timely sleep, etc. as all of this can affect your taste buds. So all the job roles are really dynamic and have a huge scope in the present as well as the coming time. We hope we were able to explain the different job roles to our food technologists, and we really hope you find the one which interests you the most. Do not forget to hit the like button if you found the video helpful and share it with other food technologists out there. Thank you for watching.